Welcome back to another episode of my New York Jets Connected franchise. Last week, we won a very close defensive game against the Vikings with a score of 13-10. Pretty much all came down to that really long touchdown pass from Sam Darnold to Robbie Anderson. That connection has been nice this year. Hopefully, it can develop into something awesome. On the defense, I made a very small roster move. I signed Terrell Basham in free agency just to give myself some more linebacker depth. He was a right end, but I moved him up to left outside linebacker just in case any of our outside linebackers get hurt. He is definitely decent, and he's very young. He can fill that hole nicely, if one of those guys get hurt. Also, after this episode, after the game, I guess I should say, I will be spending my experience points, and I will also be showing you guys the mid-season stats. One other thing I want to show you is that I changed, I don't know why the menu's like this, but I changed the quarter length. So I moved it to 15 minutes, but in order to combat the really long games, I don't want the games taking forever and I don't want the stats to be insane. I made the minimum play clock 10 seconds. I think this might work kind of well. The reason why I'm doing this is because I watched Mr. Hurricane's first week of his Dolphins franchise, and I think he played on 15 minutes with 10 seconds minimum play clock, and it seemed to work pretty well for him. I kind of liked how his stats looked and all that good stuff, but I'm pretty sure we are able to get into the game now. I don't think there's anything else I want to mention. The Chicago Bears are one of the NFL's most revamped teams heading into this season. I mean, I guess we're at the mid-season mark currently in this franchise, so we're no longer heading into the season, I guess. But still, we have to take on the Bears in Chicago. Here's a nice 3D look of the outside of the stadium. EA updated their graphics this year with the outside of the stadiums. They just made them more immersive. It looks nice. The players are walking out onto the field, but, this team has a young rising star in Jordan Howard. They drafted Mitchell Trubisky last year. Some nice players on defense. Adrian Amos is a great safety. Eddie Jackson had a good rookie season. And then, of course, they acquired new players like Allen Robinson and Trey Burton, Taylor Gabriel, Aaron Lynch. And, the most notable player they grabbed was Khalil Mack, but in this franchise, he's not on their team. But here's a look at Robbie Anderson's stats, 76 yards and a touchdown from last week. Of course, he had that long of 62, which helped the New York Jets propel, with a win over the Vikings. But let's get into this game here. The Bears start off with the ball. Trubisky hands it off to Jordan Howard. Can't talk, well enough about this guy. Jordan Howard is such a good running back. I feel like he's actually kind of underrated. He doesn't pick up too much on first down. But now it's going to be 3rd and 12. Trubisky dropping back to pass, trying to find somebody open. Checks it down here to Taylor Gabriel, one of his newest wide receivers. Only for a gain of 4, though, so they were forced to punt. 1st and 10 now. Sam Darnold dropping back to pass on the first play of the Jets' possession. Robbie Anderson catches it, but, performs one of the slowest spin moves I've ever seen. And he does not pick up the first down, though. But it's going to be 2nd and inches. Tevin Coleman takes a handoff up the middle. Nice blocking from the Jets' O-line. He's able to easily pick up about 17 yards on his first carry of the game. If he can keep that average up all game, that would be phenomenal. But 1st and 10 now. Sam Darnold going to the play fake. Checks this one down to Jordan Leggett. He's kind of slow to accelerate, but is still able to pick up about 9 yards. Not 9, like 7 yards there. Nice pickup from the tight end. Jermaine Kearse goes in motion. The play fake goes to Tevin Coleman. And that's just a nice play by number 59. I think that might be Trevathan. And he's able to break up that pass over the middle. It's going to be 3rd and 3, though, on this Jets drive at the 46-yard line. Tevin Coleman takes the handoff, is met pretty soon after, and he does not pick up the first down. It's going to be 4th and inches, but this Jets team is aggressive. They're going for it. You already know. Their fullback has been good on 4th down situations, and he's going to be good once again. Thomas picks up the first down along with 4 yards. So this drive is staying alive here, but it is going to be 3rd and 17. The longevity of this drive is being threatened. Let's see what Darnold can do on 3rd and long. Didn't really see anyone open down the field, so he's trying to get some field position to set up a field goal, but they are not in field goal range, so he's going to set up a punt. The Bears now have the ball back again, 1st and 10. That is a nice play there by Tremaine Johnson to break up the pass for Allen Robinson. If that was thrown a little sooner, that probably would have been completed, but if it was thrown a little later, it probably would have been intercepted. 3rd and 7 now for Trubisky and his Bears. Has a player open. This one gets swatted right into the hands of Tariq Cohen. That was a nice play by Marcus May. Good reaction times for him to jump up and swat that one down. Tariq Cohen was just in great, position there. I take another look at this one. This is just really unfortunate. So Marcus May jumps up right as the pass is being thrown. Tariq Cohen runs out for his route, and it gets swatted right into the arms of Tariq Cohen. And May could not recover fast enough to tackle him before the first down marker. So this drive is going to, keep going. 2nd and 6 now for the Bears. Play fake goes to Jordan Howard, and Leonard Williams is in for the sack. Even though that's not being counted as a sack. I don't know why that glitch keeps happening. 3rd and 15, though, for the Bears now. 3rd and a mile. That is a nice pass to Taylor Gabriel, but it is broken up. That was nice coverage by Marcus May, I believe. I think it was number 26, but that was a nice touch pass from Trubisky. 2nd and 5, Darnold has the play fake, throws it to Terrell Pryor, whose numbers finally changed, and he's racing down the sideline, breaks out of a tackle from number 26, and he's going out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Essentially just flipped the field position. That was almost like a 50-yard game. It was a 44-yard gain. Nice play there. 1st and 10, Jermaine Kearse is open on the right side, beaten by the cornerback for the Bears, and he's able to easily cruise to like the 9-ish yard line. I think he actually took it down to the 11. Another play action here. Terrell Pryor is open in the flats, and he's almost going to get in for a touchdown. Did not extend, but the ball is going to be placed at the 1-yard line. A failed toss brings it back to the 5. Tevin Coleman taking his outside handoff, breaking out of some tackles, and fighting his way through 2 Bears defenders to go into the end zone for another touchdown for him on the season. I think that's like 3 games in a row where he's had a rushing touchdown. He's been doing well for us. The score is now 7-0. The Bears have the ball. Jordan Howard takes the handoff up the middle, but is wrapped up by Avery Williamson shortly after. Actually, it was a gain of 6. That's not too shortly after. 3rd and 6 now after a loss of 2, and Trubisky finds Taylor Gabriel over the middle. That was a mismatch. I was kind of covering him with Avery Williamson, but he's, Taylor Gabriel's way too fast for that. 2nd and 10 now for the Bears. Trubisky out of the shotgun, hands it off to the human joystick that is, Tariq Cohen, and he's almost able to get a 1st down. I'm not sure if they give it to him here, and they do. And also Avery Williamson gets, banged up for a couple plays. He comes back later, though. 1st and 10, Darren Lee in coverage on Anthony Miller, and he's not in position. I was about to say, the receiver that came out of Colorado, but I'm not. I think that's right, or like Memphis or something. I don't know, he's a rookie, though. Anthony Miller is a pretty talented rookie. Tariq Cohen taking the handoff to the outside, somehow getting out of the traffic initially. Spins back inside, though. I feel like if he kept taking that to the outside, he could have gotten more yardage. It's going to be 3rd and 1 now. This is a big play for the Jets defense. Tariq Cohen's trying to take the handoff up the middle. Probably should have been Jordan Howard in on that situation, and Jordan Jenkins stops him. And they have to settle for a field goal. It's 7-3. Tevin Coleman takes the handoff on 1st down. Almost able to pick up a 1st down there. Gets about 9 yards. I think they gave him 8. He's having a good, 1st half so far. 2nd and 1. Jets probably looking to keep the ball on the ground again. That's exactly what they do. Nice hole paved by the offensive line, and Tevin Coleman takes it to around midfield. It's going to bring up a 1st and 10 now. Jermaine Kearse in motion again. They've called this play a couple times. Sam Darnold trying to find somebody open. Kind of had A open, but Leonard Floyd, the young pass rusher, coming off the edge. I think he went to Georgia, and he's coming up with the sack. I could be wrong with my college names for sure. Terrell Pryor, though, catches the high point pass from Sam Darnold to take him to the other side of the 50-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 8 now. Out of, a single back I formation kind of thing. I'm not even too sure, to be honest. Jordan Leggett, though, catches the crossing route after the 1st down marker, picking up the 1st down. 3rd and 11 now. Pretty big play here. Let's see what the Jets can do. Play fake. Goes to the running back, Jermaine Kearse, wide open, shredding the defense right now. He's having a great 1st half as well. Sam Darnold only has 2 incompletions, shaping up to be his best game of his career so far, probably. 1st and 10, Jordan Leggett is barely open. What a tight window to get that ball into, and Sam Darnold does just that, taking them down to the 1-yard line, setting up a potential touchdown opportunity. Darnold dropping back to pass, and he finds Jermaine Kearse on the right side for the touchdown. So Jermaine Kearse has been a very nice factor today in this ball game. Also dancing a little bit, showing off to the Bears crowd. 1st and 10 now for the Bears after that. They are now down by 2 possessions. Trubisky has a wide open Taylor Gabriel, though, makes a nice cut to the outside, and he's able to pick up around like 15, maybe that was more than 20 yards. I'm not entirely too sure. 2nd and 10, though, Trubisky dropping back to pass. Has a player wide open again in Anthony Miller, but that was a good play by, I think that's Morris Claiborne to break that pass up. 3rd and 10 now for the Bears at around midfield. Trubisky surveying the field, trying to find somebody open. That's just a nice catch from Allen Robinson. Not sure how he held on to that one. That was nice coverage by Morris Claiborne as well. 1st and 10, that would bring up Trubisky out of the gun. Tariq Cohen to his left. Taylor Gabriel catches the pass over the middle. It was more towards the right side, I guess, but he is able to pick up the 1st down. 1st and 10 now. Another shotgun look. This time Tariq Cohen to his right. Trubisky is going to try to fire over the middle to Trey Burton, but that play is broken up. That was a good play design for the Bears. They had a couple of wide open players in the middle, but that was just, a nice play by the Jets defender. 2nd and 10 now. Trubisky feeling some pressure, dumps this one off to Zach Miller, who in this game is not injured. I'm sure he is still recovering from his injury last year in real life. That was pretty brutal. But of course, in the game, he's fine, and he's always reliable too. 3rd and 3, This pass was almost intercepted by Morris Claiborne. Not the best decision from Trubisky to throw that, and the Bears will have to settle for another field goal. So now the score is 14-6. The Jets have, the ball. Pretty good position here, too. This pass is going to Jordan Leggett. That was a risky pass. I think Aaron Lynch may have been in coverage. I couldn't see the number for the Bears, but that was a very risky pass. But they will bring up a 3rd and 13. Let's see what the Jets can do with their best friend 3rd and long. It's going to be a dump-off pass to Quincy Enunwa. Picks up 4 yards, just gets them a bit better of field position to actually punt it, but never mind, they're not going to punt it. This is going to take us into halftime where the Jets are dominating this one. So looking at the halftime report here, we're going to cue in on 3 games again. The first one is going to be the Dolphins and the Texans. This game is finished. It's 41-21. The Texans won. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdowns. Lamar Miller, not a terrible game. And Bruce Ellington, 3 catches, 2 touchdowns, though. Next game we're going to look at is Seattle at the Lions, and the Lions are up 14-0. Matthew Stafford on pace for a great game. Golden Tate caught a touchdown pass. Russell Wilson struggling a bit as well, and J.D. McKissick is the starting running back apparently. The last game we're going to look at are the Chiefs and the Broncos. This one is 14-7, pretty close. Pat Mahomes 2 touchdowns. Case Keenum has a touchdown. Demarcus Robinson caught one of Mahomes' touchdowns, and Kareem Hunt 5 yards a carry so far in the first half. Not a bad average for him. But let's get into the second half of this game here, where the Jets start off with the ball. So it's going to be another kind of motion play to Jermaine Kearse, but this time it gets handed off, and he picks up like 13 yards. They called that play a couple times where they did not hand it off, so definitely fooled the Bears defense to actually hand it off to Jermaine Kearse that time. 1st and 10, another handoff play, this time going to Tevin Coleman, who was able to muster up about 4 yards, getting him around midfield once again. It's going to be 3rd and 5, though. Let's see what Sam Darnold can do out of the gun. Dropping back to pass. Had a receiver open in Jermaine Kearse, but that throw is just not where, the Jets want it to be, so the Jets have to punt. Black Edwards, on the field to punt it. This is an awkward-looking punt, but it actually goes out at the 1-yard line. What an impressive kick there from Edwards. I'm not sure how the refs even spotted that one accurately, to be honest, but it's going to be 1st and 10 now at the 1-yard line. Of course, the Jets trying to get a safety, but Jordan Howard is able to pick up a lot of breathing room for his team. Gets 7 yards there on 1st down. It's going to be 2nd and 4, though. I guess they gave him 6. I don't really know. Another handoff, this time to Tariq Cohen, and this one's going nowhere. 5 rushes for 11 yards for, the second-year receiving back specialist. 3rd and 7, though. The Bears go with a run play to Jordan Howard, and he's going to get propelled forward by Darren Lee and pick up the 1st down. Definitely not what the Jets wanted to see. They were hoping to get a stop there. I don't even think the Bears were really trying to get a 1st down there. I think they were just trying to give field position for the punter. But anyway, Zach Miller catches this pass on, I think, 1st down to almost pick up another 1st down. It's going to be 2nd in inches here. Play fake goes to Jordan Howard. Weird play design there from the Bears. 2 guys were pretty much in position to catch that football, but Taylor Gabriel does come down with it. Mitchell Trubisky was facing some pressure there too. 1st and 10, the Jets are in some man coverage, trying to get some pressure, and that's exactly what happens. Jordan Jenkins forces the fumble. Henry Anderson is able to pick it up, and now the Jets have phenomenal field position at the 27-yard line, hoping to put on another touchdown, or put up another touchdown against the Bears. His play-action play is coming back again. He has a receiver wide open, and Jordan Leggett is easily able to stroll into the end zone. That was just blown coverage there by the Bears, and Sam Darnold, correctly identified the wide open wide receiver. So 3rd and 7 now. The score 21-6. This is a pretty big play here for the Bears. If they don't convert this, they can be in a lot of trouble. And that player is wide open. It's going to be Allen Robinson, his one of his newer wide receivers as well from the Jaguars, of course. 3rd and 7 though again. Let's see what Mitchell Trubisky can do. Decent coverage there from the Jets, and Trubisky is kind of forced to check it down to number 80. I think is that Trey Burton? I'm not sure what his number is for the Bears, if I'm being honest. 3rd and 5 though. Sam Darnold dropping back to pass, trying to find somebody, and Jermaine Kearse was getting covered there really well by Adrian Amos. Almost had his hand on the ball though, but the Jets punt the football again. The Bears now have it. Jordan Howard taking the handoff, breaking away from some tackles. Good running here by Jordan Howard. 12 rushes, 47 yards, being pretty productive today. 2nd and 2 now for the Bears, probably looking to keep the ball on the ground again. They actually don't. They go for a play action, but that receiver is so open. It's going to be Trey Burton, so he was number 80. Of course, the former tight end for the Eagles. I definitely miss him on the Eagles. I really liked him. Whenever he came into play, he normally did something nice. 2nd and 12, though. Trubisky trying to find somebody open, running around in the pocket, finds Jordan Howard, but he's shortly wrapped up by Lorenzo Malden, and Jordan Howard actually gets hurt here. So Tariq Cohen will have to be the running back now. 3rd and 16, probably would have been the running back anyway in this scenario. Trubisky has a pass batted down by Lorenzo Malden. Almost intercepted. If he could have reacted faster and gotten 2 hands up, that could have been picked off. 1st and 10, though. Nice punt by the Bears. I think it's Pat O'Donnell. I think that's their punter. Tevin Coleman, though. Nice blocking from the Jets, taking the handoff to the outside, and he's able to get about 15 yards there and take us into the 4th quarter. The Jets are leading 21-6. So Tevin Coleman takes the handoff again, makes a nice cut to the outside, and then kind of falls over his own offensive lineman after cutting again. 2nd and 5, though, for the Jets. Play fake goes to Tevin Coleman, and he has a receiver wide open underneath. It's going to be Quincy Enunwa to pick up the first down, along with like an extra yard or two. Sam Darnold, leading this Jets offense at 349 yards today. Actually very, very good. They're normally 30th in the NFL in offensive yards. 1st and 10, though. Akeem Hicks comes off the right side with a sack. Obviously a very good 3-4 defensive end. I'm surprised he hasn't had more sacks so far this game. 2nd and 17, Jermaine Kearse over the middle of the field is able to reel in the slant, the zip from Sam Darnold and pick up a lot of that yardage right back again. 3rd and 7. The Jets definitely can convert this if they get a nice play call. Sam Darnold trying to find someone open. That's just really good coverage by number 23. Robbie Anderson cannot form any kind of separation against Kyle Fuller. 2nd and 8, though, for, 2nd and 18 from the Bears. That's a nice pass there to Taylor Gabriel. He has to dive to make the catch. Gabriel's been having a very, very nice game so far today. 3rd and 6 now for the Bears. Tariq Cohen goes in motion to the left, kind of cuts it back into block, and Taylor Gabriel wide open again over the middle of the field. Trubisky being pretty decent today. Does not have any touchdowns, but has not made any mistakes yet. He did fumble, but has not thrown any interceptions. Tariq Cohen takes the 3rd down handoff, actually, not first, and Lorenzo Malden makes him pay for that one. But the Bears are going to go for it. Down by a couple possessions, 8 minutes and 50 seconds left in the game. Makes sense at this point. Also, they're around midfield. Trubisky trying to roll out, to the outside of the pocket, but kind of just throws a weird wayward pass right into the ground. 2nd and 11 now for the Jets. They're just trying to chew away some clock. They pretty much run the ball this entire drive. That was the most productive play on this drive, and then they punt it back to the Bears again. So, Lack Edwards on to punt the ball again. Again, if this one takes a nice hop, this could be really nice for the Jets, and that's exactly what happens. This one goes down at the 2-yard line. Nice job by the Jets special teams to get down there and actually down the football. 1st and 10, though, the Jets are blitzing. Benny Cunningham takes the handoff and cannot escape his own end zone. So Tremaine Johnson, I think, gets credited there with the safety. So now the score is 23-6, and the Jets have the ball. That could have just been the dagger of the game. Sam Darnold finds Jordan Leggett on a drag route, and he's able to fight his way through a couple of defenders to pick up about 9 yards. 3rd and 1 now. Jets trying to hand it off to Tevin Coleman. And he is met immediately, but he does break the tackle. He has a lot of room to run now, just not enough speed to get away from all of those guys. The Bears have some pretty fast players in their secondary, but that was still a great run that should have been a tackle for a loss, but it actually went for a gain of like 15. So now Sam Darnold on 1st and 10. I don't know why the Jets are passing, getting a little greedy, and they throw an interception. They don't throw it. Sam Darnold throws an interception to Bryce Callahan. He's a very fast cornerback. No one's going to catch up to him, and he's going to waltz his way right into the end zone for a pick 6, making this game 23-13. The Jets do get the ball back, though. There's 4 minutes and 44 seconds left after that pick 6. They're just trying to keep the ball on the ground. Tevin Coleman does a good job at that right there, picking up 4 yards on 1st down, nearing in on another 100-yard game. 2nd and 6. You guys already saw the play call. It's going to Tevin Coleman, running this one to the outside. Good blocking by the Jets. Their O-line, their tight ends, their wide receivers, all blocking very well today. 106 yards from Tevin Coleman. They're going to run it again on 2nd and 9. Tevin Coleman takes this counter to the outside, getting a lot of yardage again, almost picking up another 1st down, but he does get injured, and you'll see in a second he's like gripping his ribs or his arm or something. Does not look good. Hopefully he's not out for too long. 3rd and 1, though. Elijah McGuire, now the running back, able to pick up the 1st down. Only got 2 yards, but only needed 1. And now, there's 1 minute and 54 seconds left. It's 3rd and 10. If the Jets pick up this 1st down, the game is essentially over since the Bears are already using their timeouts. Jermaine Kearse catches the drag route over the middle of the field, but it's not going to be enough for a 1st down, so the Jets punt the ball again. The Bears are driving down a little bit, but the clock is running. There's 56 seconds left. Really not much of a hope, especially when you throw an interception there to Marcus May. This game is going to be over. The Jets defense played very well, held the Bears to only 13 points. Also, Sam Darnold played well. 232 yards, 2 touchdowns, and the 1 interception just came from a really bad decision by me. I shouldn't have even been passing it, and if I was, passing it there, I shouldn't have even thrown it to the dude that did. But Tevin Coleman, as you can see, he had a good game, but he is also still injured. He has a little injury marker, which sucks. So then, Jeremy Hill, Elijah McGuire, those guys are going to come in and try to take his spot. Jordan Leggett had a great game, 7 for 91 and a touchdown. Jermaine Kearse, 5 for 61 and a touchdown. Terrell Pryor, 62 yards too. Sacks were not terrible today. 4 let up. 2 from Brandon Shell isn't great. 9 tackles from Avery Williamson leads the team. 8 from Tremaine Johnson. 2 tackles for loss for a couple players there, and a sack from Jordan Jenkins. Also, the interception by Marcus May to close out the game. This episode is going to be longer than usual, so I'm sorry if you guys are not about that. Also, I am coming off of a cold, so my voice probably sounds horrible right now. But let me spend these experience points. I kind of want to do each of these individually and talk over them just so I know what I'm going into here. So deep threat is the scheme fit right now for Robbie Anderson. And that's what I think I'm going to do, because I want his deep route running to keep getting better. His short route running is not great, but I still think, I mean, 83 is not bad, but I still think I should go into deep threat with him. +3 to release is nice, +2 to medium route, +1 to deep route, and then +1 to agility. That's pretty cool. So we also have an experience point for James Carpenter. This really doesn't matter too much, so I'm just going to get a pass protector. He's not going to be on the team for the long haul. It's going to take 42,000 experience to get him another experience point. Well, 40,000 at this point. That is insane. Brandon Shell, again, not great. I will go into Agile, though, because why not? He's not going to stay on the team for the long haul. I mean, he'll be a backup, but he won't be a starter for the long haul, I guess I should say. And now over here on the defense, we have more skill points than we did on the offense. I'm going to start out with Marcus May. I think I'm going to go zone with him because I want him to fit this scheme. Also, getting more zone coverage would be nice for him. I think there's also a chance that this boosts up man. So let's go zone. We are not going to be a scheme fit right now, but that's okay. How many zone points did you get? You only got 1, +1 to tackle, +2 to pursuit, +1 to play rec, and +1 to agility. Agility used to be very expensive to upgrade, and now we're getting it pretty frequently, and that's pretty nice. So Jamal Adams, what do I want up on him? He has good zone, he has good man, good hit power, good speed, good acceleration. I guess I'll get up zone. I mean, what does hybrid do? Man coverage, is that press and then play recognition? I think I might go run support. I kind of want his hit power to get up. I think that would be nice. I think this can also get up zone coverage. It's only got up 3. I got up awareness, +5 to man, +2 to zone. What are you talking about? +5 to man. Now he has 83 man coverage, 86 zone coverage. That was a great upgrade. Now Lorenzo Malden, he's playing very well for us right now. I'm just going to go into speed rusher. He's another one of those players where I don't expect him to stay on the team for a really long time. Finesse move +3. At least as a starter. He might drop down to a backup after the draft or something. Avery Williamson will be on the team for a long time. So let's see what I should get up on him. 84 speed is nice, 87 tackling. Zone coverage would be nice to get up, but it's like really, really low. I feel like it's a lost cause at this point. I could try to get that up, but I don't think I'm ever going to get it up enough to the point where, like, I don't know, it'll be usable. I might if we get a bunch of experience points. I'm going to go with field general, though. We'll get up tackling and play rec and stuff. This got up 6. So +1 to agility, another one there. +1 to awareness, block shed, play rec, tackle, and zone coverage. Okay, so that did get up zone coverage. Field general is definitely the way to go then, because I can still get up zone. With Darren Lee, I don't know if I'm going to go pass coverage with him. I don't think I'm going to. I'll probably just go field general. I'll do the same thing. His block shed is pretty bad. Run stopper probably has to do with block shed. It actually has to do with hit power, pursuit, and tackling. This is pursuit and tackling. What's his hit power? 85. Okay, so already has good hit power. I'm going to go into field general. Make him fit this scheme, hopefully. Nah, he's not going to fit this scheme. Eventually he will, though. This got +4 to block shed, +2 to tackling. That was great, because his block shed was terrible. Now it's 73. Now it's actually not that bad. We also have one for Jordan Jenkins. Let's get him up. I want speed on him, but that's going to be very difficult to get up. I might have to go speed rusher to try to get that one, because his speed is like 76. Yeah, it's not very good. I want his finesse move higher. Definitely, I want his block shed higher. So run stopper might be the way to go, because that got up block shedding on Darren Lee. So that's nice. I want to get up block shedding on him. So he's an 80 overall now. It's got up 5 different overall points. +1 to tackle, strength, play rec, block shed, and acceleration. Acceleration and strength. Those are nice to have upgraded, especially since, you know, how expensive they were last year to do that. So now, let's check out the stats. Let's see how the team is playing comparing to the rest of the NFL. Sam Darnold, 1,348 yards at the midseason mark. Obviously not good, but you also have to factor in that he missed like an entire game. So factor in about 200 more yards to that, and he's still only on pace for like, you know, 3,000 on the year. Only 8 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Just past game I just played, he played very well. I kind of tried to stretch the field, get some more deep shots. The game before that, I was trying to do it too, and it worked with a connection to Robbie Anderson. This past game, it worked with a connection to Jordan Leggett, and I had a couple other deep passes open, but I just couldn't get the ball off in time. I want to try to get him more passing yards. I definitely do, because I really want him to win Rookie of the Year. Tevin Coleman had a great last few games, I should say. 685 yards, 5 touchdowns. On pace for a great season, but he is currently injured for like 6 more weeks. I'll show you guys that after this if I can remember. Sam Darnold should not be our second leading rusher. It should definitely be one of our backup running backs. I think Jeremy Hill is going to come in and start at running back now. Elijah McGuire will be the backup and the third down back, I think. Jermaine Kearse actually having a pretty decent season. on pace for like 60 catches, 600 yards, only 4 touchdowns, but he does pretty well when we need him to do well. Robbie Anderson having a great season, 561 yards, 4 touchdowns, on pace for over 1,000 with 8 touchdowns. That is a very good season for him. Jordan Leggett, honestly not playing too badly. It's very, very even with the receptions among these top 3 guys. Tevin Coleman has 19 catches. Terrell Pryor has 8. He actually had a good game this past game too. Blocking has been terrible. Actually, not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but I mean, still, if these 3 guys are on pace to let up almost 20 sacks in a season, that is abysmal. On the defense, though, Darren Lee is having an MVP, not an MVP, I guess, having a Defensive Player of the Year-like season. 64 tackles, 15 tackles for loss, 1.5 sacks, and 5 interceptions. Avery Williamson, honestly having a very good season as well. Not as good because he has 4 less picks, but still 60 tackles, 13 tackles for loss, 1.5 sacks, and an interception. Let's check out tackles for loss, though. We have 15 from Darren Lee. Already mentioned that. We also already mentioned Avery Williamson's numbers. Leonard Williams has 11. Jordan Jenkins has 9. Check out sack numbers. 6.5 from Jordan Jenkins. On pace for about 13. It'd be nice to bump that up to like the 15-ish range. That would be really cool. 5.5 from Courtney Upshaw. He only has 11 tackles, but he has 5.5 sacks. That is actually insane. I'm not sure if sacks account in tackles. If they do, that is nuts. Literally 5.5 out of his 8 tackles, 8 solo tackles are sacks. That is, I guess, half a sack isn't a solo tackle. Whatever. That is still insane. Leonard Williams, 4 sacks, 11 tackles for loss. A great season for him. Interceptions. We have 5 picks for Darren Lee. Already mentioned that. 4 for Tremaine Johnson and Marcus May. They are playing very, very well. I want Marcus May to like make the Pro Bowl or something. That would be awesome. 3 from Morris Claiborne, 2 from Jordan Jenkins. 1 from Lorenzo Malden, Avery Williamson, Brian Poole, Jamal Adams, and J.J. Wilcox. I forgot he even got one. But the funny thing about this is that Jordan Jenkins has 2 interceptions, and most of the time he's pass rushing. Same thing, like, Lorenzo Malden has a pick, and most of the time he's pass rushing too. Interesting. We have a couple touchdowns. I don't actually know if it's more than 1. Okay, so our only touchdowns from Lorenzo Malden. That's interesting. Forced fumbles. We have 3 from Steve McClendon. Okay, he's actually playing very well too. 2 from Jordan Jenkins and Jamal Adams, 1 from Marcus May. We have 1 fumble recovery for Steve McClendon, Jordan Jenkins, Marcus May, Lorenzo Malden, Tremaine Johnson, and Henry Anderson. So the defense is looking nice, but the offense is 30th. At least we're not last. The defense is 32nd. Okay, we're last in that. Let's check out yearly awards, though. Carson Wentz of the undefeated Eagles is in line to win MVP. Don't expect to see any Jets in this. Yeah, Lamar Jackson's an MVP. That sucks, because that means he is most likely going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year unless we can have an insane turnaround with Sam Darnold. AFC Offensive Player of the Year is currently going to Patrick Mahomes. It'd be cool if he wins that in real life. I don't know, it'd be nice to see. Nobody from the Jets. That makes sense when you have a near last ranked offense. Defensive Player of the Year is supposed to go to Vontaze Burfict. Darren Lee, we have to get him up there. I want him to win that. That'd be really cool. Jordan Jenkins is in line to be number 6. Nobody else from the Jets, though. I'm kind of surprised Avery Williamson isn't in this. Offensive Rookie of the Year is supposed to go to Lamar Jackson at this point. Josh Allen's in second, and then Sam Darnold. So we just have to play well. We have to pass well. We might have to be forced, to pass the ball more so now, since Tevin Coleman is going to be out for a couple weeks. But currently, we're top 5. If anything, I want to finish at least within top 5. Top 3 would be nice, but obviously we're looking to win that award. Defensive Rookie of the Year currently is supposed to go to Tremaine Edmonds. Nobody from the Jets. I don't think I'm starting any defensive rookies, so that's kind of expected. Best quarterback is supposed to go to Phillip Rivers. Nobody from the Jets. Best running back. LaShawn McCoy is number 1 for that. Tevin Coleman is number 5, but he is going to fall in the rankings very quickly. Best wide receiver, Tyreek Hill, as of this point. Robbie Anderson, though, sneaks into the list at number 10. Best O-line, no chance. No, anybody from the Jets is in that. Best D-line currently is going to J.J. Watt. There's 2 Browns players there. Larry Ogunjobi and Emmanuel Ogbah. And Myles Garrett. Wow, their D-line is ferocious right now, but the team is not playing too well. Best linebacker is actually going to Darren Lee. That's nice. Jordan Jenkins is in second. Avery Williamson is still not in this. That actually really surprises me. Best defensive back is currently going to Marcus May. I hope it ends that way. And Tremaine Johnson's in second. Morris Claiborne's in 5th. We could potentially get like 4 players in the best defensive back awards. That would be nice. And best kicker is currently going to Cairo Santos. That is nice to see. I think, though, that after last week's performance, and the fact that I've noticed he's been playing consistently so far, I am going to bring back Jermaine Kearse. Because, if anything, he could just be like our 4th wide receiver if it happens that we end up drafting a couple guys or signing some guys in free agency. I like having him on the team. He actually has really good stats. 90 speed, 93 acceleration, 88 catching is nice. He's going to regress soon, but I'll keep him for like another year. I kind of only want to give him like a 1-year contract, so it'd be cool if I can get him for like 6 mil like that. Let's see if this works. Okay, so everything about that offer needs improvement. I'll have to work on that. I don't really want him for long term. I really would only want him for like a year or two. But yeah, I think that is all the players I want. Actually, I can bring back Cairo Santos. Definitely going to do that. He's a good kicker. I'll give him like a 5-year contract because why not? He is coming back to the team. Nice to see. Anybody else? Like, is my punter here? No, I don't see Lack Edwards. So I'll worry about these other guys later. There's a couple people I could bring back. Like Henry Anderson's playing pretty well. What are his stats looking like? I might bring him back now. He's actually playing well. Okay. Again, if I end up drafting a defensive end, I could always slide him to like defensive tackle or something. I think I would bring him back to the team. Let's see if he wants that 4-year deal. Okay, he's coming back for that. That's not bad at all. I'll take that for sure. Steve McClendon, I am going to let go, even though he has having a good year in the forced fumbles department. I think I'm going to let go of Quincy Enunwa, unless there's a bunch of Jets fans watching this that convince me otherwise. I mean, he's not bad, but he really doesn't play too much. Morris Claiborne, don't really want him, even though he's having a good year. Terrell Pryor, same goes for him. I can always renegotiate with these people later. I don't have to do this right now. But thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon.